Jan, about the love you talked about, is it correct to say that this love is, from the ego point of view, it's not my love, but it's something completely different on its own? So when the small I or the ego steps back and surrenders, then this is how this love arises on its own, and we can tap into this flow of energy.
Yes, it's the rising of the Shakti, the awakened Shakti, which fills you with grace. And one form of that grace is this divine love. When I say divine love, I mean non-ego love, unselfish love. Not from the ego, but just there in and of itself without any reason.
So all we have to do is just, sorry. So all we have to do is just step back and let it grow on its own.
Absolutely. And eventually you can turn it on and off as you please. But love is one form of grace. So is the bliss and so on. I mean, I call it love bliss in my first book. And the love is equivalent to supreme bliss in this ultimate realization. So when we do the heart practice, we simply practice the love aspect. And when we do the spinning disc practice, for example, we practice the bliss aspect. And eventually they'll merge. As someone said, with the spinning disc, it also activates the heart. That's very true. But feeling the bliss in the love in the heart can actually also activate the bliss aspect in the brain. And then you have the peculiar experience that the brain and the heart are not separate in space or time, but they are one. And that's a very profound experience. Then you can go deeper and merge into the void. Well, you can do that even though you don't have this merging of the crown and the brain and the heart. Love, if you can have it fully and purely in and of itself, is a gateway to the self. So is bliss. But remember, just as you have to let go of a technique, you have to let go of the experiencer of the love. Similarly, you have to let go of the experiencer of the bliss. So there's only bliss and nothing else, or there's only love and nothing else. It's a sort of divine forgetfulness, where you forget the personality that instigated or pulled forth the love to begin with.
Is there any I-ness in this?
No. So
no identification with this love or love?
Ultimately, no. I-ness has gone. It's just love. And when I-ness pops up, which it eventually will, you love that. You don't curse it or fight it or battle it. You simply stay with the love and love the I-ness, the small personality. And then you withdraw from that and merge with the love void union once more. Same thing as I've talked about, if you have thoughts during meditation, don't battle your thoughts, send love to your thoughts. Respect them. Without thoughts, you would be a zombie. So thoughts are a good thing. not something to be avoided. So send love to them and then revert back to pure love without any cause or reason. And as I said to Ilona, you can get the love started by thinking of some divine being or your child or your spouse or anything that evokes the love, starts it to flow. And then you let go of the object of the love and simply have the love in and of itself. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
But the most tricky part is to let go the experiencer.
That is very tricky.
I know you already gave me specifically and in general some tips, but could you please speak about that once more?
Well, letting go of the experience is what it's all about, basically. And all the different techniques should aim at that. And once you let go of the experiencer, you can surrender to the absolute self and merge with that. And eventually that will stabilize into a permanent state. But letting go of the experiencer is quite difficult because you're identified with it. You think you are experiencing love, experiencing bliss. But in actual fact, it is bliss and love experiencing you. Contemplate that for a moment. Because the love bliss is the self beginning to peek into your universe, your personal cosmos, microcosmos. So you could have the simple thought when the bliss arises and the love arises and it's very intense. Have the simple thought, I am that. I am that bliss, I am that love.